Welcome back to another episode of the Hearthstone Report. We have a couple of cards to report on, namely the most recently released bunch that we haven't talked about yet. It's been a while since
we've done this.
Yeah, we've missed out on one, but yeah, don't at me. We got a bunch of cards to go through.
So let me quickly mention that the Fire Festival is currently going on. There's a lot of cool quests. There's some special tavern brawls.
We still are speedrun, right? Go look at it, and if you want to, beat it. I know people already have done it, shout out to DJ Discord and all, yeah, I know you got all this speed on your side. Sure, that's cool. Fine. We have a YouTube channel. How about you? How about them apples? Just kidding, we love you. But very good time. But we also posted a pretty good time, I gotta say. So if you want to go ahead and beat that, and really rub it in, the fact that you did beat it, post it in our Discord server. Link to that is in the description of this video. You can join that for free, and cap at us for being faster. But I think let's get into the cards.
Yes, first card is a Warlock spell called Embalming.
Oh, haha, so funny.
Imp puns, we love them, don't we?
Destroy a minion, shuffle 3 worthless imps into your deck for 4 mana. So destroying a minion for 4 mana is obviously pretty good.
Yes.
The point of this one is specifically that you're shuffling 3 dead draws into your deck that will hurt you a little bit later.
Worthless imps, for those of you who are not familiar with them, are 1 mana 1/1 demons.
Yep. Which are not that strong.
You can get those by casting Sense Demon with an empty deck, by the way.
You get
or at least no minions in there.
No demons. So, what do we think about this? I think it's fine. In the correct strategy, it needs a deck that uses the downside as an upside, which is like anti-fatigue or quest-related sort of thing.
I would also argue that the spell in of itself is very powerful. And it also somewhat matters how much draw you're expecting to actually have after the fact. Because if you're playing maybe an aggressive strategy and using this to get through a taunt, in which case, why aren't you using Spellbreaker?
Yeah.
But also, then you're not maybe expecting to go for that long that it becomes relevant anyways.
Exactly. So, potentially Zoo.
Also soft counter against bombs.
That's true. Well, we shall see. Earthquake, 7 mana shaman spell, deal 5 damage to all minions, then deal 2 damage to all minions. Now, this one is a card that I can get behind.
Really? You like the Savannah Highman Killer?
Yeah, I like the Savannah Highman Killer. I mean, not specifically Savannah Highman Killer, but this is interesting.
It very specifically kills Savannah Highman, though. Like,
this is, I think this is inspired more by Snip Snap, not by Savannah Highman. But the point stands. Death Rattle Denier, too, a little bit.
Yes,
you have a lot of cards like Snip Snap.
The math is in fact perfect with the 5 and 2 for
it works
Highman.
with Highman, yeah.
General idea, of course, yes. Kill Death Rattle minions and summon stuff. Also, to a lesser degree, circumvent the Divine Shields.
Mm-hmm.
Get extra procs off of dealing damage. You know, some things here and there.
Better than dealing 7 in 1. A lot of more creative ways to do it.
Mostly better.
Yeah. Weaponized Wasp is the next shaman card. It's a minion. As Battlecry, if you control a lackey, deal 3 damage. 3 mana, 3/3, so very vanilla stat. This could be pretty good.
Yeah, we're effectively looking at losing 1 point of health for dealing 3 damage as a Battlecry. In a deck that runs lackeys, I don't see why you wouldn't run this, assuming that the deck is... Well, I mean, it doesn't even matter what archetype this is. In aggro, the damage can easily go face. In tempo, it goes wherever there's space right now for it to go. And then in control, it makes sense to kill off small minions.
Exactly. It looks like
very flexible.
Pretty good, yeah. Look at SI7 aging sort of thing. Pretty good card. We have Bees, which is a 3 mana druid spell. Choose a minion, summon 4 1/1 bees. They attack it. So
worst case scenario, this is a 3 mana deal 4 damage to a minion, which is decent.
Yeah. Best case scenario, crazy combos.
Yeah, I mean, they've showed off, of course, perfectly that summoning portal dies to this without sacrificing bees. The bees attack successively.
Mm-hmm.
That has both advantages and disadvantages once again. For the druid, I don't see any major advantages. So it's primarily, if you're attacking something like an Acolyte of Pain, for example, then the opponent would draw 3 cards.
If you play this with Floop's Glorious Gloop, it's all for free.
Oh, that is interesting.
I've seen a combo that allows you to deal like 2,000 damage or something. You play Line Cracker, and bear with me. You play 2 bees on it, so it takes 8 hits, doubles its attack 8 times, and you smack.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that too. Yeah, so there is ideas there for how to use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that out for sure.
Manner. Because overkill only requires your minion to kill something on your turn. It doesn't have to be the attacker.
Exactly. Raid the Sky Temple is the new legendary mage quest for Reno Jackson. The quest is cast 10 spells, and the reward is Ascendant Scroll. And that's
the hero power as with all the quests. Yep. And it says, add a random mage spell to your hand. It costs 2 less. The hero power itself costs 2.
So the hero power is basically, what's it called? Primordial Glyph?
Yes, except there's not a Discover.
Mm-hmm.
I think Primordial Glyph was a pretty good card.
Primordial Glyph was a very good card.
Now this is slightly weaker, but generally speaking we expect hero powers to be weaker than cards.
And you get it every turn.
And you can do it every turn.
It's pretty good.
I think...
This is doable. There's no...
Yes.
Probably not going to be a full deck around this, because this is not a win condition in any way, but just include it in certain decks. Yeah. If the deck comes around, just include it.
There is currently the Conjurer's Calling Mana Cyclone variant, which I can totally see run this.
It could probably use mage spells more so than 1 damage a turn.
Yeah, especially, first of all, that, and then second of all, you're already, for your Cyclones, you want a lot of cheap spells.
Exactly.
Which means, first of all, you're getting the quest done quickly, and if you haven't played the Cyclone by then, you still have access to spells for the Cyclone.
Exactly. So, there you go. Seems good. Plague of Madness. 1 mana rogue spell. Each player equips a 2/2 rifle. Well, knife, not a rifle. What the fuck's a rifle for? With poisonous. So 2/2 poisonous weapon for each player.
Reminds me of Weapons Project.
Yeah. Play this in Reno? No, not Reno. Harrison Jones.
Well, but when does a rogue ever want to do that exactly?
Exactly.
In Rogue, I could maybe see it with an Ooze, because it's actually somewhat cheap to pull off.
The tempo rogue thing, then?
And it's not killing your tempo, because Rogue is not good at control-oriented strategies.
No.
It never
inherently it's not. So, definitely a tempo thing, if it happens.
Potentially weapon removal. Then again, you give them a very problematic weapon rather than just a deal to damage weapon.
But I put like 7 small things, you put 1 big thing. I'd rather we both have the weapon with poison.
Exactly. So. It's removal in a bit of an unconventional way. The problem here is, why do you want to remove the thing? And oftentimes the answer is, because it'll kill me. In which case, the weapon doesn't help.
It's taunt that I need to push through.
If it could also be taunt, in which case it makes more sense.
1 mana remove something or sacrifice a bunch of health? I mean, that sounds like a pretty good deal.
I definitely can see it find its place.
Worth the experiment tempo. I'm gonna be curious to see how that turns out. Next we have Psycho Pomp. 4 mana, 3/1 for Priest. Battlecry summon a friendly minion that died this game, give it reborn. So they're working in the new keyword, and they're working new resurrection.
I mean, obviously, death rattles are, I think, the primary application for this. Mm-hmm. Because you're giving it reborn, meaning you want it to die a lot, the thing. Presumably.
Yeah.
Charge/rush might be another use for this.
Or just value.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Grizzly? It's gonna be interesting. It's also
Witcher Grizzly would be a 5/1 with reborn.
Yeah. It does have some anti-synergy with itself, though.
Yes, but most versions of Billy Priest include Barnes, and Barnes has anti-synergy with the entire deck. Correct. So there is an argument to be made to definitely run this.
Next we have a Paladin, which is Salad's Pride. Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Sahiet's Pride. That's how Sergey would pronounce it. I'm joking. He's a 3 mana 3/1 Paladin beast with Death Rattle. Draw 2 1 health minions from your deck. More small draw stuff.
See, the weird thing is, with the 3 Paladin cards that are revealed during the Grandmaster stream, it seems like they're trying to push 1 health minion Paladin.
Yeah.
And that seems very random.
Seems weird. Next we have the Sand Wasp Queen. Also a 2 mana 3/1 beast with Battlecry. Add 2 2/1 Sand Wasps to your hand. That looks pretty value.
Good. See, the last one, as much as say also, was a 3-drop.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a huge difference. A 2 mana 3/1 is very reasonable. It's not great, but it's reasonable. A 3-mana 3/1 is not.
Stuff with 1 health.
I don't like the Death Rattle draw cards with 3/1. That seems very slow and ineffective. The Sandwasp Queen, pretty good. The tokens are 1-drops.
That's also pretty good.
You're getting
decent value.
Pretty good 1-drops
immediately
as a battle cry for a 2-mana minion that is only understated by 1 point.
That's pretty good. I mean, it's all everything has 1 health here. The next minion also is Brazen Zell, 1 mana 2/1, not a beast because it's a human. Whenever you summon a minion, gain +1 attack. He's looking for those EUs to be like,
it might actually be a human.
It's the elf, whatever. I don't know if it's humanoid. So also 1 health. Not sure where this is going. 1 health Paladin. I mean,
the Zealot is one of those things that if you can get it to stick, it can potentially pull off some stuff, especially with the Queen herself.
It has 1 health.
That's the problem, right?
How do you stick any of this?
I'm not exactly sure where this is going, but we'll see.
Plague of Murlocs is the next. It's a shaman spell. Transform all minions into random Murlocs for 3 mana.
Once again, this is one of those things where if you're playing a deck that runs smaller minions and your opponent is running a deck that runs larger minions, you are likely to to gain more from this than your opponent.
As a shaman would do.
If you're playing a Murloc-centric deck, you have synergy with this, your opponent does likely not.
Also denies Death Rattles.
So yeah, I think this is pretty interesting. And I could definitely see this being included in Murloc Shamans. Potentially.
Yeah, we'll see.
Generally,
you got Lackey generation that you might, after using their battle cries, want to turn into Murlocs.
Yeah, so generally speaking, you don't love removal in an aggressive deck like Murloc Shaman. However, this takes care of taunts very effectively, and again, if you have a weaker board or just damaged minions, you can just get random Murlocs, which in a Murloc Shaman will likely be roughly of the same value than whatever Murlocs you're running anyways. You might not want to play as well as a War Leader on board, but you love playing this when there's a War Leader on hand.
Yeah, War Leader on hand.
So yeah, I think it's decent. Yeah,
we'll definitely see how people will start to work it into their ideas. So that's the cards we've seen. There's gonna be regular releases now in the future, so we're gonna have more of those.
Yes.
It's gonna be 1 by 1 by 1. So we're now really getting into that part of the season where the cards are getting thrown at us basically every single day during different times. You can find the entire release schedule on playhearthstone.com. We're gonna link it in the description. Since we started using the camera, we really like to do motion stuff, man. The description in the bottom of the video.
We have a camera. Why not use it?
It's right there. Yeah. To show our faces. But yeah, that's the report for today. So there's gonna be a lot more of this. Let us know if you like the expansion so far. I think a lot of the stuff is a bit suspicious. I've seen some funny cards, and I definitely like the bees combo idea, and I want to try that out for sure. But some of the things I'm not so sure about, like Paladin.
I feel like it's a bit too early to judge, but there is definitely some interesting ideas here, and it really depends on how they're going to implement it.
Have we seen a Hunter card yet?
I can look it up by filtering by class, or I don't because we don't have any. No,
we have not. Doesn't seem like it. So yeah, it's a bit of a confusing thing at the moment. We've seen lots of Shaman, Paladin, Priest. No Hunter cards so far, as it would appear. Point of recording this video, at least. So
I believe we've seen one for every other class.
Yeah.
Although Restless Mummy is the only warrior card.
Which is the one that I kind of like, and it's going to be interesting.
Plague of Madness is the only rogue card. But yeah.
We'll see. That's an interesting one, at least, that I want to see about competing with Militia Commander Control Warrior, which is a deck that I like to play. So, thank you for watching this anyway. A lot more coming, because these are going to be released in quick succession now, as we get ready to launch a new expansion, the Saviors of Egypt, in August, which is going to be really, really cool. It's also not Egypt. It's called what? Uldum?
Uldum.
I will continue to call it Egypt for the remainder of my life.
I know.
It looks like Egypt. There's no reason for me not to call it Egypt. Because there's an easy reference point in the real life, the real world out there, which that guy doesn't know much about, and neither do I. But it exists. It looks like it. There's pyramids and stuff, like I'm using the camera, and that's why I'm calling it Egypt. So let us know what you think about these cards. Yeah, pyramids. Okay. So let us know what you think about the cards. Go join our Discord, link in the description below. Have some fun. Join the community. We'd appreciate having you there. Leave a like on the video if you happen to enjoy this and found it informative. Again, not much to say. The judgment we're gonna withhold so far. We need more stuff, but as the cards keep rolling out, I think we'll get a better idea, better picture of how things are gonna be looking after this expansion. And of course, we're gonna have the big pack opening as soon as it hits. But we're gonna make it happen. So go join the Discord. Great community in there, and we're excited for this one. I hope you are too. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.